Dave Palumbo here with an RX Muscle news update. This just in, the 2020 drama never stops. Flex Lewis now officially out of the 2020 Mr. Olympia competition, posting a very heartfelt message on his Instagram a little earlier today, explaining that there is some sort of an injury or health issue that has forced him to withdraw after having a sit down with his wife, Allie, and his coach, Neil Hill. They decided it was in his best interest not to compete this year. Flex looking noticeably distressed over the decision. Obviously, he had every intention of stepping on that Olympia stage. And you know what? In my book, he had a very good shot at winning it this year. You know, a lot of people might not have thought so. A lot of people thought so. You know, we were all speculating how would a 212 Mr. Olympia with 10 pounds of muscle on him do in an open lineup. And with the year that's, you know, still, you know, we're touting this as a great Olympia, but just because there's a lot of names in it. But let's face it, Flex had a very good chance with those glutes, hamstrings, ridiculous grainy conditioning, and dense muscle. He had a good shot at going in there and winning. And it's sad, you know, in a sense that we won't get to see him on stage. The fans are let down, obviously. He's let down. But Flex is a smart man. He obviously realizes that, you know, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. It's not worth putting your health at risk. Or if he does have a physical skeletal injury or something like that, you know, where he maybe tore a muscle, something like that, it's not worth risking, you know, further hurting his career, you know, just to win one Olympia and then you can't compete the rest of your, you know, your career. So Flex is in this for the long run. Obviously, I'm sure, you know, having guys, you know, like, you know, around him that have had health issues also kind of ignited something in his brain that basically said, hey, look, you know, it's not worth me permanently being disabled, you know, just to get to a show and say I didn't quit. You know, this is not quitting. This is making an informed decision. We don't know what the injury is yet, or we don't know what the issue is at all. I mean, it was very, what I found odd about the whole thing was that he did a very long, heartfelt message and never really told anyone what was going on, which always tells me that there's more to the story than that meets the eye, you know, because had he torn a bicep, I think he would have just said, I tore my bicep and I can't compete. So I don't know what the issue is. We'll find out, I'm sure, down the road when Flex decides that he wants to talk about it. You know, maybe he'll even come on some, on the RX Muscle TV show and talk to me about, you know, what happened and the decision and all the things that go into this. Because, you know, Flex is a businessman first. He's a bodybuilder. He's a 7-time, you know, 212 Olympian. He's got a lot, you know, going on. He's got a daughter. He's got a wife. I mean, he's got people who depend on him. So it's not like you're making a selfish decision when you're in 25 years old. This is a decision that has to be made with a bunch of people, you know, I guess you could say, who have invested you, involved in this decision. It's not just yourself anymore. And, you know, I can tell in Flex's face that he is upset about the fact that he won't be doing the Olympia. But I know with his super strong will, he will be back, and he'll probably be better than ever. And I even wrote this on in the comments. I said, you know, in life, there are no mistakes. Everything happens the way they're supposed to and at the right time. So this obviously was not the time for Flex to win the Olympia. Do I believe he can win the Olympia in the future? Absolutely. And you know what? If he comes back next year better, more polished, another year of growth and refinement under his belt, there's no reason why he can't be the 2021 Mr. Olympia. 2020 seems to be cursed anyway. Nothing seems to be going right this year anyway. So maybe it's better off that he won't be out there and he'll be staying in, you know, in a position where he can kind of just work the whole year on getting better and improving whatever the injury or whatever the situation is. But we all here at RX Muscle want to just send out a huge get well soon. Heal quickly, Flex. The fans love you. The press loves you. You know, you are already have nothing to prove in the bodybuilding industry. At this point, your health is the most important thing. Champion that first. Embrace that. And we know you'll be back. Once again, from everyone here at RX Muscle, get well soon, and you're a great ambassador to the sport. Dave Palumbo here with an RX Muscle news update.